The role of the educational mission is really fundamental to Penn medicine. As the first school of medicine dating back to 1765, we have a rich history in medical education. We had to stay at the forefront at every step of the way.
The School of Medicine, when I came in 1985, was known primarily for the quality of its clinical care and the quality of medical education. Most of the individuals who were on the faculty at that point in the 80s came from a different generation. And as new faculty came, and I was one of them, there was a new wave of basically, as I like to call it, the cell and molecular baby boomers. Dr. Kelley was really a pioneer in this space. He took Penn, which was viewed at that point as a high-quality Ivy League medical school, and almost by sheer force of will, pulled us into the modern age.
Bill Kelley was a visionary, and he was a visionary because he knew this stuff himself. He had worked at NIH, and he wanted to integrate that into whatever he was going to lead.
He was very innovative. He was very creative. He was very visionary. He was very inspirational. He recognized when things had to change, and he did not let anything stand in his way in order to make those changes. And for that reason, Penn is where it is today.
So it was Bill who brought molecular biology, gene therapy, modern cell biology to Penn medicine. And that led to many, many innovations. But when Arthur took over in the early 2000s, those new molecular and genetic therapies were realizing their full potential.
Arthur is characterized as a healer, and most people see that in him. Arthur came and really helped mentor us and grow us and rejuvenate us in many ways.
Arthur Rubenstein is also a legendary leader in terms of moving things from basic science discovery into the clinic, what we call translational medicine.
Which is the type of medicine aiming to harness science to be able to treat disease. He basically took the infrastructure that Dean Kelley had established and continued to support it. He continued to build the programs, recruit new students, and start competing with other entities, realizing that it's really important to figure out a way to maintain the economic structure of the health system in order to support these new treatments and cures.
Under Arthur's leadership, the foundation, the literal foundations, the structural facilities that were created to support translational medicine were generated during his time. The best examples are that of what we see now over on Civic Center Boulevard, the Perlman Center for Advanced Medicine, the Smiler Research Center, and the Clifton Center, all of which were either laid out in full or at least seeded during Arthur's legacy.
It was really Bill and Arthur who really understood that what made Penn special was the integration of science with medicine with education. And it was the sum of those three different missions that really distinguished Penn medicine from other top-tier organizations. And what that led to was many transformational discoveries.
There are people that never would have been able to have those breakthroughs had they not been here at Penn Medicine.
With the recruitment of Carl June, of Dan Rader, of Jim Wilson, John Epstein, all of those folks who might have gone somewhere else could see this as a place they wanted to be.
I get asked all the time, how do you identify those leaders? First question I ask myself is this someone Bill would recruit? Is this somebody Arthur would recruit? And if I say to myself, yes, I usually can't go wrong.
Arthur, combined with Bill, are the most influential people that this institution from the medical side has seen in at least 50 years, if not a century.
Leading to things like CAR T cells, leading to a lot of gene therapy advances, leading to, by the way, mRNA, and let's say a couple of Nobels, and some breakthrough prizes, and a whole lot of FDA approvals. I don't know any other institution that really had that kind of coherent, synergistic plan for how to advance human medicine the way that Penn did under their leadership.
There was an electricity in the air. You can even tell who works for Penn Medicine. When you go over to the medical center, you'll see who's walking the fastest, because those are the people working for Penn Medicine.
Our Department of Medicine, just in the last 10 years, has grown from approximately 300 faculty to 850 faculty.
Penn has attracted so many talented people from all over the world because of its expertise in translational medicine.
Penn has always had a culture that recognizes the value of collaboration and collegiality. That is what we've retained from our history, but it is the forward-looking innovation and pioneering discovery that both Arthur and Bill have brought to the Penn culture, which I think lives on today and I think really is second to none as we look across the country.
You realize these were very special people, very special physicians and leaders. We were very fortunate as a school and a health system to have them, have joy in our hearts that they came to Penn and led us in this direction. And we will never forget that.